when I first arrived here, I didn't know which direction my life was going in. I was very dependent on alcohol, and I didn't have a job, and obviously a lot of conflict arose from that with family and friends. It was kind of unmanageable, really. And then when I came here, I became accountable again. It's part of a community of men who've each got their own traumas that they've been through. They're dependent possibly on either alcohol, drugs, or both. But we're all here. We've all arrived here because maybe we've tried everything else. We've tried it our own way, perhaps. Maybe we thought we had command over the things that we were dependent on, but we obviously couldn't do it. Otherwise, we wouldn't have come here. So yeah, for me, it was unmanageability. I was not violent or anything like that. It was just lack of direction. So I just wasn't really useful to anyone. Most of all, not useful to myself. And then over time, what I learnt was, just first of all being accountable. You're part of a team, whether that's doing TDs, which is therapeutic duties. Tidying up in the morning, you've got a set role, and if you don't do it, then it affects everyone else in the house. Things like making dinner and stuff like that. You're accountable to a collective community of men, Chandos brothers. So then it's just beginning to take responsibilities for yourself again, and realizing that you do have choices. To anybody who's struggling with drugs or alcohol or misuse of those substances, I would say, it's not impossible. For me, it felt like I could never get out of that cycle of drinking to excess and chaos. I felt like I could never leave that cycle. So first of all, it is possible, but I did try many different ways of trying to reduce, perhaps, or going to just AA on its own, but not really engaging properly, just doing token gestures to please my family and things like that. So I was kind of trying to forge my own path. The other people who've been in addiction or suffer alcoholism, if you want to call it that, or they try to do it on their own. I just don't think that it needs, or it's even possible to do it. I couldn't do it on my own. So I would say, don't think that you have to suffer alone. There is help out there, and you can use it to basically regain a quality of life again, a good quality of life, because I think we're all everybody I've met here, they're good people. I think I'm a good person, and I think it's worthwhile investing in basically reaching your potential. Don't think that where you are right now, if it's a bad place, that's the only place. Life can get better, but don't try and do it on your own. I think support, it's there. You might, I don't think anybody understood what I was going through. My family anyway didn't, because they'd never experienced anybody with addiction, and not any close family members anyway. So to be able to have actual trained professionals, and then also people who've got lived experience, who've trained to be counsellors. It's not just people who've been to university, and they're great. Like they do know what they're talking about. But to have a mix of people who've got lived experience and people who've it's not all about qualifications. It's important because that makes it a safe environment, so they stick to what they need to. But it's being able to relate to other people and connect to other human beings, because addiction and everything that goes with it is just an isolatory experience. Like, it's so isolating, and you feel so alone with it, but you don't need to be. So in a nutshell, trying to do it on your own, you can try it for a while, but it's not sustainable. I think just accepting that you need help is the first one of the most important decisions you'll ever make, is accepting help with what your people are struggling with regards to addiction and alcoholism, misuse of substances. Get help with it.
Okay. And where do you see what's the future for you now?
Well, the future for me, it's taken a while, but I know that my life, or a good quality of life, is in no way compatible with using well, I've never really used drugs. It's always been alcohol for me, but either way, it's the same kind of problem. My life doesn't, it can't have that as part of it. I'm not saying I'll never relapse, but I think it's much less likely if I stay engaged with the support that's available. And if I carry on doing that, then my life is I think, I'm optimistic and confident that I will have a very fulfilled life. I want to be old, not yet, but I want to live a full life. And I think this place has been brilliant for allowing me the space to focus on with my, it's not just about being sober or clean. I expect more of myself now as well. Obviously, without sobriety or abstinence, the rest of it crumbles away. But with it, anything is possible. And I've over the last couple of years, I've started to learn new skills: photography, website developing, and filming weddings, whatever comes up, and I can earn money out of it. But I wasn't able to do that before I came here. They haven't taught me those skills, but they gave me the space to explore, and even if things didn't work out, then they taught me how to get back up again and just keep trying, not giving up.